Hello, 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 hello. So, oh boy. All right, so today we're going live to do something very specific, and I'm not all set up here. I need to clean this thing. This is filthy, but let's get the introduction and the pleasantries out of the way. So, for those of you who watched MacYak tonight, this won't be a surprise of what I'm doing here. But for those of you who didn't watch MacYak, well, you get a little insight here. So we had Bruce on the show, which was he has a lot of experience recapping and repairing Macintoshes, and we got to the discussion of capacitors and PRAM batteries, and yes, stack of minis, and stuff like that. And hi everyone in the chat. Hey Dana, hey Jay, hey Greg, hey Raw Elements, hey everybody. So we got into the discussion of removing PRAM batteries. And a few months ago, I went through a PRAM battery removal spree. I went to every one of my computers and removed the PRAM battery. And for the machines I couldn't remove, I like the Macintosh SE and etc. I put it aside and I said, okay, I'm going to remove that, and I eventually did. That being said, forgot about my friend the Macintosh Classic here. This Macintosh Classic I got about 20 years ago. I think it was Christmas 2000, 2001. But I wrote a text file after I got it on Christmas. I didn't buy it for Christmas. I bought it used elsewhere. But that text file is probably still on this hard drive. And it works pretty well when it's on for a while. Sometimes there's little lines that cross the screen and such. It needs some cleaning inside, I'm sure. But the problem was that I thought, and I hope you guys can hear me okay, because I'm using this little stick mic. I thought that I got all the PRAM batteries out of my Macintoshes. I was wrong. This one still has its battery inside. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and get the battery out of here before it leaks, before it explodes, before it destroys the motherboard of this little Classic here. And so that's what we're going to try and do. A few challenges. I have a Torx 15-bit screwdriver that's meant for this. I don't know where it is. I don't know where the extender is. So we're going to try and do something. I do have a Mac cracker, but this shouldn't need it because it has the ridge here that you could sort of feel your way through, but I'll try and use that too. But the plastic is brittle and the Mac cracker is metal. So yeah. Also, this thing is dusty. You guys can't probably see it, but let me put the camera a little bit closer here. This thing is covered in dust. This was sitting on a shelf for about a year or so. Look at that dust. Dust, 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 dust. So this thing needs a good cleaning anyway. So we're going to do that. Got some of this. I'm going to need some paper towels. I'm realizing I must have moved the pair I had here. I'm going to go grab that. You guys hang tight for a second. And all 10 of you. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you guys hang tight for a second. I'm going to grab some paper towels. Yeah, it is kind of late. Sorry. Just use my shirt. Actually, I was carrying this over. That's why there's no dust in the middle here. And it was rubbing against my shirt. And all the dust came off of that. So yeah, let me get some paper towels 1 second, or toilet paper or tissues or something, just so I could clean that up. Okay. All right. I got some toilet tissue here. Mac Classic is just a shell now. Was thinking of doing a mini ITX mod of it. That's funny because I actually have 3 Classic 2s and another Classic. I think the CRTs are dead or just maybe they're just very worn. I probably told this story before, but my brother used to work at a museum, and when he worked at a museum, they had an exhibit running. It was a It was a children's exhibit, and it measured your height, and it was like, how tall are you? And it was run via an old Macintosh, and they had 4 Macintosh Classic era machines, and they needed to retrieve the data off of the Mac, and then they needed a Mac to replace it. So I went there. They couldn't pay me, but they gave me the old 4 Macintosh Classics. They're sitting in my garage. I took all the boards off of them, and so I think the shells and just the CRTs are sitting in the garage, but the motherboards, I have a stack of them. So if for some bad reason this board is dead, I actually can. Hey, Bruce. Uh-oh, we got an expert here. He's going to scrutinize all my moves. So if for some reason the board is bad on here, I do have some replacement parts, which hopefully I won't have to use. I would like to resurrect one of the Classic 2s. I mean, those machines were on for probably 20 years. So the caps in those or something likely was the culprit. One booted up with bars, but with SCSI disk mode, I was able to retrieve some of the files off of that hard drive. But anyway, let's clean this stuff up, and I'll answer some of your questions or whatever is in the chat as we go along here. Yes, so this is the live stream here. This is the chat and stuff like that. So yeah, usually I have this monitor like set up here, but whatever. So I could. Sweet infinity shot, you know, kind of, but it's flipped on this side. But anyway, let's move the camera a little back because you're seeing like the back of my head mostly, and I need a haircut. But anyway, all right, let's never mind. Let's move this closer. We just want to look at the Mac here. All right, see you, Taj. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so we got toilet paper here. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just getting all the dust that's going to be able to come off of this thing. And there's a lot. Should be wearing one of those masks here. Oh, you could just see it coming off of it. And it's not that my basement's dirty, but I have bunny rabbits, and their primary food source is hay, and creates a lot of dust. So this was sitting on a shelf adjacent to one of their pens. So just by proxy, it collected a lot of dust. This thing wasn't in great shape when I got it anyway. I'm actually failing to remember how I got this machine. Huh. This is perplexing. It's scary. I'm starting to forget how I acquired these machines. Huh. I'm trying to remember how I got this little guy. I mean, he was scratched up, and he has these scratches and everything, and Taj is back. Yeah, I didn't eBay it. I got it locally. I don't remember exactly how or exactly when. It was probably at a local flea market or something. Yeah, I remember how I got my 512K, but I'm struggling to remember the Classic. So I'm not going to try and turn it on right now. I know it does turn on. The last time I turned it on was about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. I'm not going to try and turn it on because the battery may have leaked. The problem with these machines is, we'll get the camera up close. This is nowhere near the production values of Bruce here, but we see in the, let's see if my phone has enough juice for its battery here, for a flashlight. There we go. We see in those little black holes up top, there are 2 screws, and those are Torx 15 screws. You need a very long handle, and we'll see if we could reach those. Yes, let's put this back on here. All right, so no more wiggling for a bit. Okay, so sorry, just catching up with the chat here. Jay says $5, the battery is okay. That would be nice. Smoke would be exciting and cool. Save money on fog machines with exploding Macintoshes. Let's not have this one explode, please. That would not be nice. Where did that bit go? I had a 15. Here it is. So I have this little bit, and I have this little stubby screwdriver. I don't think that's going to reach at all. Yeah, no. So we're gonna have to get creative here. I did open up my Mac Plus with this. It's a very long Phillips screwdriver, but the width is just about the same as the Torx bit. So okay, I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's not helping. All right, so I might be able to. I'm gonna just gently see if this will seat itself, just like it did on the Mac Plus, because I was actually able to open up the Mac Plus with this, and it feels like it actually caught it. So the first turn is the hardest, and there we're going. So that's good. I'm not going to drop it. All right, screws coming out. That's good. And so this is a 1/8 X4. That's the size of this flathead screwdriver here. And so I'm glad that this is working. So no, it's not stripping the screw. It's actually like a perfect fit. Once the screws come out, if they come out, I'll probably drop the screws. We'll see. And this was manufactured October 1990. Still has the sticker on there. And here come the screws. So we'll see. Let's see if I get this close to the camera here. So here's the screw, one of the two screws here. And you see that's a Torx 15-bit. Fits perfectly. My camera's not good at focusing, so I apologize. But thanks. Yeah, the top of my head always makes things change. And this fits pretty perfectly in there. So again, not ideal, but hey, what works is works. And I always try and use the exact tools I need for the job. But in this case, this came in very handy, so that's good. All right, well, Mike's Mac Shack has spoken. We're going to stop the chat now. We're going to close down the live stream because apparently I'm taking too long. All right, so the tricky part is to now remove the back case of this thing. So let me adjust. I have too much crap on my desk here from filming all sorts of other things here, but we're going to try and remove. I do have the Mac cracker, so if needed, we can use that, but I haven't had to use it on one of these machines. And honestly, I don't know how to use the Mac cracker, if I would have to do the side or the top or a little bit of each. Oh, that's right. There are two screws here. I'm an idiot. Well, these are not as deep, so I can use the Torx bit here. I knew it was just more than two. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I have a towel over here I could put down. That's what I ended up doing with the Macintosh SE, which is in two parts over there. That had some garbled video. It was on, and then I restarted it, and boom, didn't want to work. All right, so let me stand up here. Let me not flash anybody, and let me get a towel. Okay, and we're going to put this towel down. Okay, and we're going to put you face down. It's like a spa for this little Mac Classic here. Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn this around so I get a better look at this thing. And yeah, it's a little bit yellowed, and one of its feet is missing, and all that fun stuff. But all right, so sorry, just catch up on the chat. There's a lot of you guys tonight. 15, holy smokes. I'll go get you a towel. All right, so I'm gonna move the camera a bit back here, just so we get a better look. So I'm gonna just gently wiggle a little bit, just putting my fingers in between the grooves here. Yeah, see on the Mac Plus, this little door in the back is where the battery is, but on the Mac Classic, it's not where it is. So I'm just, there we go. I was able to pry it, at least the back. Come on. No, 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 no blood, please. You guys are jinxing me tonight. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's show my butt on camera again. Let's not do that. Let's put the shirt all the way down. There. You see that? Oh, that's gonna be meme to hell. Anyway, that's yeah, the plastic is really brittle too, so yeah, the corrosion is holding it in there. So I don't want to, I really don't want to hurt this thing. Let me try doing it from the top here. I'm going to remove the towel. Let's see, the front, as you can see, is already separated here. I'm getting the Mac cracker. Even if I don't use it, I want to show you guys. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. Okay. All right, so this is a Mac cracker. So it's basically a hinge here, and you squeeze, and this expands. Now this is a bit bent. I have one that's straight. I don't know if I'll have to resort to it, but in general, I hold the sides of the bucket, let the weight of the CRT break it free. Give it a smack on both sides, just the same, not too hard. Yeah, I think it's just, that's probably too hard. I'm sorry, little Mac classic. But this plastic has been probably stuck in its ways for since March of 1990, so October of 1990 rather. So yeah, the worst part. Well, let's see if I could use this tool. It's bent, so let's see here. No, this one's too bent to actually use because only the middle part is together here. It's probably actually gonna, it's gonna leave a mark on the plastic. So I'm gonna try not to use that. Yeah, there is the interrupt and reset buttons on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna put the towel down again. Let's try and I want to be gentle. Sort of wiggle it around from side to side. At this point, I think Bruce just has a magic wand and he goes, ta-da! And but in the southern hemisphere, you know, the water goes the other way down the drain. So maybe that has something to do with the way Macs open up too. Wouldn't be surprised. Not hitting it with a hammer. I have to take off the buttons first. They're all the way on the back here. I don't know. I think they're attached to the case. Put it face up and whack it. All right, the bottom, hold on. What I'm gonna do is I'm flexing the bottom enough here. I feel it giving way a bit better. Excuse me. Oh, I have I have one of those plastic wedge things too. It's so easier said than done, I'm sure, but I just want to be careful too. Yeah, both screws are both 4 screws in total were pulled out because I'm looking at them on the desk here. Let me I have a plastic wedge somewhere. Let's see. I just want to be careful about this. I don't want to break the plastic of this thing. A lot of comments, guys. Hold on, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, let me just keep smacking it a little bit. It seems to be helping a little bit. Whoops, sorry, I hit the microphone. Sorry. I think the top is the worst part of this. Yeah, I just don't want to. All right, I have a flathead here. That Mac cracker would have done more damage, I'm sure. But I'm carefully just testing. Now, see, there's nothing much to grip on. Yeah, it's the plastic lip is in here pretty deep. So there's nothing much I could grip on here. Hold on. I'm not doing that. Don't worry. I'm actually going to yeah, no, I'm actually running my fingernail through the top gap here. No, I'm not going to use a screwdriver. Don't worry. Dane is just trying to get me in trouble. That's all. Yeah, there's a lot of dust in the basement. That's what you saw float by. Oh, that helped a little bit. Yeah, it's just the top here. I have to wear like overalls or suspenders. I have a belt on. Look at that. It's a belt. Hey, the more minutes I got, the more views I got. I'm happy. Oh, you're a bad little Mac classic, aren't you? This is a follow to my my April Fool's ASMR video. Not suitable for children, YouTube. You know, if this was Twitch, I would have gotten a sponsorship deal. See, on the other ones I did, now the top is coming off. Yeah, it's just very slight. On the other ones I did, I just pulled it out like this. It was perfectly fine. So, Because what I actually think, honestly, is what was happening last time is the front was sort of catching and it was sort of pushing everything a little bit. If I rip one of my fingernails off, it's all your guys' fault. So you can see it's getting there. What do you mean? Yeah, there's nothing to. Like, pull it this way? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Bruce. Oh my god, I believe too. He recapped the Mac already too. He's that quick. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. See, you had me banging it. Now I hit the microphone. If I wake my wife up, we're all dead. So. See, I see it separating at the top more than it was before, but. My wife will take a hammer to it. That's one way to open it, but not the way I want it to open. Right, I have an idea. No, that's not going to help. Oh, it's so close. It wants to. Are there clips on the top of this thing or anything like that? I have the other Mac cracker. Let me get that. Well, this has turned out to be an entertaining evening, at least. See, now we're going to get technical here. Now we're going to get technical. Hey, you guys asked for this, Greg. We're going to see what Apple says. If the reset interrupt switch is present, pry it off with the small flathead screwdriver. Oh, no, that's for the SE. Whoops. Okay. Classic and Classic 2. Okay. The Classic has two styles of rear housing. Style A fits only the Classic models using the Power Sweep Board Revision A. Style B fits Classic models using either Revision A or Revision B. Switch off the computer, place face down on the workbench, remove the 4 Torx screws. Carefully lift the cover off the chassis. If the cover is difficult to remove, use the pull-apart tool. To prevent cosmetic damage to the cover and bezel, do not use a screwdriver to pry off the cover. Place the computer face down on the workbench, slide the cover over the chassis, and that's to replace it. Well, easier said than done, Apple, but... All right, so let's try this again. I don't know where the other cracker tool is, honestly. I thought it was with the same box that this was in, but so I can't even like bend this down. Maybe I can, because this is the problem. It's all weird shaped. Oh, I'm sorry. I have Do Not Disturb on. So what'd you do Thursday night? Oh, I cracked open a Mac. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have Do Not Disturb. All right, I'm calling you back, Mike. Hello. No. Yes, sir. Okay, the bottom. The bottom, you mean? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. So put the screws on the top, back in the top. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, all I got is a flathead, but it does fit perfectly. So. That's what I thought. Yeah. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure I won't, but first time's a charm. So, all right. So I'm gonna screw the. I'm doing it now. I'm gonna put that. Hold on, I'm trying to like see as I'm talking to you on the phone here. I'll just turn the screws a few bits here. Yeah. And then you want me to sort of close the bottom of the case? Oh, okay. So you want me to put the screwdriver against the screws and then tap on the screwdriver? Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I'm just going to use the end of pliers and just tapping it a little bit. Yeah. Oops, screwdriver fell. All right, so I did that. Now, what should I be seeing? Should I see it actually separate, or? Okay, maybe I screwed it in too much. Hold on. Just to make sure. I appreciate the help. I actually bought. Yes, Steve Jobs licked it. I'm saying it out loud so the camera picks it up. Steve Jobs licked it, so. Oh, I see it moving. I got the right side to move a little bit, so I'm going to do the same. I'm just doing it very lightly, but it is moving. Yeah. So it should pop off. Yeah, it's almost there. Yeah. Oh, well. Well, I got, actually, I'm just, I think the screws sort of came out as I was hitting it. So should I put them back in and keep hitting it, or? Yeah, let me just make sure they're not, I just want to make sure the screw is not what's holding it in now if I put it in too much. You know? So let me just keep hitting it a bit here. Good thing my wife's a heavy sleeper, otherwise. Oh yeah. But Mike told me to. Oh, I think yeah. All right. Yes. See, you got it. All right. So I'm gonna. Should I put it on back on its face again and try and, because it is loose. All right. So let's make sure the blanket's down. All right. Now let's see. See, I know the bottom part will come off, but yeah. It looks like it wants to. I'm gonna put the phone down for a sec, Mike. 1 sec. We have Mike on the phone, so that's who I'm talking to. It's sorry for all the noise, guys. It's getting there. Yeah, I could almost see feel the clips. Yeah. I'm going to try tapping the top of it. It's making a heck of a lot of noise, I can tell you that. I'm going to mute the microphone, guys, on the chat because this is too loud. There you go. And I can talk to you without anybody else hearing you. There it goes. Got it. Sweet. All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. All right. Talk to you in a bit. Yes, I do. All right. Cool. Thanks. Bye. We got it. Thank you to Mr. Mike Stanhope of Mike's Mac Shack. Yes, finally. Well, there are some clips on here. We're going to take a look in a second, but yeah, 40 minutes later. Thanks. So let's get a beauty shot of this. Here we go. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Now let's lick the CRT. Okay. I'm looking at the board, trying to see where the there's the battery. It's intact. All right, so let me lift this up actually. Okay. Yes, a lot of dust, but this thing's 20 years old. What do you expect? All right, guys. Thank you for bearing with me here. We have a RAM riser card here. Let's get the camera in close because I want to show you now that you stayed around for so long. Just want to show you guys before I touch anything. This is our beautiful Macintosh Classic here. And we have our hard drive. We have this RAM riser, which is empty, so we can put some memory on that. I do actually have memory that goes on this from some of the Macs I cannibalized, so that's good. A lot of nice high voltage warnings here. Yeah, I think this has 2 megs built in. I think I can't remember. But there's a hard drive. There's a floppy drive. I'm gonna try not to discharge this because I don't think I have to take the board out. I think I can get to the battery pretty easily without having to do that. It might be 1 meg, as Mike's saying. I just might be misremembering. Thought it came with 2 because this was 1990 and the Plus came with 1 meg at 87. I'm gonna guess it was 2. But well, we'll remove the battery and we'll boot it up because this thing does work. So. Okay, 1 megabyte, 1 megabyte on board, 1 megabyte on this little module here. Okay. So yeah, I think I even know where the boards are, so we could even replace the memory. I don't have a tool set up just handy to discharge the CRT. Technically, I could do that if I feel inclined. But let's take it one step at a time here. So. I'm going to try and remove the board to get to that battery. So let me put the camera back up here. I really appreciate all the tips and you guys hanging out. Let's take a look at the inside. Despite some dust, it's relatively clean. Yeah, see at the top here, it's cracking just a little bit. It's very hard to see. Let me bring the camera in here. So right at the top here, it's probably not going to focus there. If I put my finger here, maybe it will. Yeah, there's just like a little bit of it's not noticeable really, but made in Singapore. There we go. Nice. All right, so let's put the camera back on here. I can't fit the camera with one hand back on the tripod. Oh boy, hold on. There we go. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys. All right, I'll get the battery out. Okay. All right. Just for that grade, I'm going to prolong this as long as possible. Go to the Macintosh Classic section of my book here. Okay, so talking about upgrading the memory. I'm sorry about the motion sickness. I'm sorry. Super drive. Replace the. There's a fan in here? Replace the fan. Oh, yeah, there's a fan. There's the fan. Maybe the battery's further there. That's what happens, Greg. There's a fan grill on the bottom too. Full of dust. I'm sure it's full of dust. Oh, okay. So this says to remove the logic board, discharge the CRT, move the computer to a grounded workbench, never put on a grounding strap until after you discharge the CRT. Right there, right from Apple. Okay. Disconnect the following cables: main logic board cable, Apple SuperDrive cable, SCSI cable. Place the computer face down, grasp the main logic board by the corners, and lift it straight out. Okay, so we're going to do just that. All right, so I'm going to lift this guy back up here. And let's adjust this just a little bit. Yes, we don't want a path of ground to be through my body. No, thank you. Enough bad luck this week. Okay, so I'm going to carefully, without touching any of this and without damaging the neck of this CRT, I'm just looking for those cables. I see. Oh, that one's going to be a pain because it has a clip on it. I've done this before, so what I do is very carefully, I'm just lifting. Well, these ones I could do by hand. He says, putting one hand behind my back, taking off my watch. Okay, that's a floppy connector out. Doing the SCSI connector next. And that is partially out. Okay. Yes, I watched his video on discharging. Very, very insightful. I recommend everybody to go watch it. So I'm just going to stick this in. There's a clip here on the logic board, on the this connector that's keeping this cable harness in there. And of course, it's like right next to these capacitors and everything. It could not be in a worse spot, to be honest with you. Apple engineering at its finest. Yeah, no zapping, please. That would be very much appreciated. So the trick here, while I was on the phone with Mike, what Mike was saying is, put the screws slightly in, like 1 or 2 grooves in the top there, and then with a device like a hammer or a pair of pliers, hit the end of your screwdriver to hit those screws and sort of push the front of the case out. And that's what I did, and that is what worked for me. Yeah, the hard drive is right there, and the neck of the CRT is right. I don't want to like hit it, like break it. So let me move this around so you can sort of see. This is what I'm looking at here. So that cable with all the multicolors coming out, that's what I'm trying to remove. And it's just very cramped, that's all. So just taking my time. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the logic board out a little bit. That's a good idea. It's this RAM module is preventing me from doing that. So I'll take that out. There we go. Much easier. Much easier. Yeah, because this little clip on there is the pain in the butt part. Yeah, I have some pliers here. I could see where I put them. Here we go. Oh, my glasses almost fell off my head. This board is nice and sharp too. Yeah, the trick is to lift I have to jab something in there so the lip of that is up. And then wiggle the connector out of there. Because it's one of those that it's almost like an automotive cable harness connector. There's a lot of wires in there, and it's easy to there we go, and that's coming out. It's just gotta sort of tease it from each side. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's move this again. So everything's disconnected. There we go. So let's move this over to the edge of the desk there. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Whew. No, we're not breaking any CRT necks today, Greg. Okay, so here's the board. There's that battery. A little glamour shot here. I'm actually going to take my phone, snap a photo of this. Because I'll probably talk about this. Yeah, the board is so tiny, you know, it's pretty cool. All right, so let's get this battery out of here. And let's see the date on this. This is a Maxell Super Lithium battery with a date of 90/08. So I'm going to guess this means August of 1990. And this machine was assembled in October 1990. So yeah, that's good. 53 minutes, not an hour. Caps below battery almost look like they are leaking. I don't know how you could see that with this potato of a camera I have. Everything's very dusty. I wouldn't say they're leaking. I'm going to do the smell test. I don't smell anything. There's a heck of a lot of dust on the bottom of this grill here. All this. You could just get all that off here. It smells like peaches. I don't know what kind of peaches you've been smelling. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean this has not been in my garage for long. I keep it inside. Well, I kept it inside for the past few years. I'm not seeing any. Oh, there's actually a little bit of corrosion This is interesting. Holy smokes! Look at this. Or maybe it's, I don't think it's paint. It's corrosion. Look at this pin. See how blue it is at the? Oh, come on, camera, focus. See how blue that is? And then here in the socket, we have a little blue. Oh, come on, focus. On the bottom left pin. If you can see that. So, yeah, it's just some cleaning. Check the analog board for leaking too. It likes to wick through cables. Yeah, I'll take a look at everything in a second. I'm just taking a look at this. I'm seeing if I have a sharp tool here. I'm just seeing if I could scrape this off here. Yeah, it's coming off. Yeah, I mean, it might be that the cap maybe leaking. I mean, I'm definitely not turning the machine on or anything anytime soon. I'm going to order some caps and we'll recap this thing when they come. But it is a dusty little board here. Yes, this is a C5, C6. So Bruce, how do you usually take these caps off? I've seen people twist them very carefully or cut them with a pair of snips and then remove them. Just curious on what you prefer, your method, your secret. Put you on the spot. I don't think I have these caps, to be honest. I used them all up on my Quadra, and that Quadra didn't do anything. So I got to hammer. I got to order some capacitors. But I'm glad I got this battery out of here. Actually seemed like it's in a decent shape. Let's bring this back up here. Whoops, wrong direction. Yeah, I need to get something better than the little dinky soldering iron I have, but okay. Yeah, so this is, it's not in terrible shape. I see one of the capacitors, this is actually rotated quite a bit compared to the other ones. If this wants to focus on here. Come on, focus. This camera, man. Maybe, come on. All right, I'm going to put my finger right there. Well, whatever. This one is slightly moved. Yeah, I'm not in a rush to do anything here. I'll watch Bruce's video for some insight. What's cool is here's the reset and interrupt switches, which is cool. I'm going to get some compressed air at a later point, and get all the dust out. Yes, I'm not going to twist it. I did that during my first video for the Macintosh 2CX, and I got yelled at in the comments. Rightfully so, because not something you want to do, especially with these old machines. Yeah. I'm not twisting anything off, Mike. All right, so here we have our RAM riser card here, which is pretty cool. Let me go get the other classic boards because I don't have too much else to look at with this thing. At least I'll show you those boards since they're related. Oh my goodness. I'll mod him. These still have the batteries on them. That's not good. One battery off. All right, this had a battery removed. And this still has a battery here. Ugh. All right. We're all safe here. All right, yeah, so we have, these are classic 2s because the board, the memory is right on here. These had problems before I even got to them. And I could see some of the capacitors looks like there's a lot of dirt in here. Like, it's very hard to see, but I mean, you can probably see here. Very, very yucky. I thought I removed the batteries, but I mean, these were broken anyway, so I wouldn't have thought to remove the batteries from these. But I have some memory I could pull off of them, which is nice. So I'll be doing that. Interesting that these have 2 RAM slots here, and then the little board could go in too. So these could handle, well, this board is different, but these could handle quite a lot of memory. That's cool. So what's interesting is there's a trace here. So there's this blue wire you could see that goes from the memory module all the way to this this controller chip. These boards are pretty nasty. I see some corrosion or something here. Yeah, this definitely. I mean, this was dead when I got it. So this is. I don't think I had this machine turned on, but these chips here. Hold on, I have a magnifying glass here. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I could. Ooh, 10 megabytes. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think it's impossible to get them working, but let's see. Some dust on here too, but let's see if we can get a decent shot of this. So it's always weird. Sorry, hold on. Trying to. Yeah, to the right of the, yeah, see where that cap is, right? Hold on. This is like it's like weird. Of course, it's reflecting all the lights. This is this is the best way to know. There you go. Right there is where it's all yucky. So yeah, I'm gonna have to clean these eventually or something. All right. Well, what's cool is, let me just move this here. What's neat is these have the ROM socketed, which is cool. And then this actually, these have labels. It's just Apple 1991. So same chips and everything, but interesting that these are shaped a little bit different. So there's like some glue or something between these, like sandwiches. And these are all solid here. So yeah, I mean, I've seen people upgrade classics to a classic 2. If I get a classic 2 board working, I probably should do that because I get more memory on the thing. But the memory riser boards are somewhere else. They're in another bin somewhere. This goes with this one, so I don't want to get them mixed up here. All right. Labels are covering the UV erase windows. Yeah, that might be it. They are both Revision A boards. The Revision B Classic 2 boards only have 2 ROM ICs. Oh, okay. That's good to know. You are full of information. Cool. All right. So, yeah, I mean, this one is pretty nasty. I think they're both pretty nasty. I don't know what type of area they were in. I mean, these caps look like they have leaked. I'm seeing some pretty gnarly stuff here. Hold on. Let me try and get this magnifying glass out, because this is, it's not for the faint of heart, but it's important for educational purposes for people to see. what's going on here. So, well, actually, hold on. I could get some light on this. Hold on, please. I have a USB port on this monitor that hopefully I could draw some power from. Okay, hold on. And we're going to, oh, I'm blinding the camera. That's, no, need to go the other way. That's why the magnifying glass wasn't working out too well. Duh. Okay, hold on. So yeah, you could, no, that's much better. So you could see all that disgusting stuff that's going on this board. So this something has probably definitely, well, that's pretty sharp, has definitely leaked here. You could just see. Just look at all that. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's why the RAM riser doesn't fit in it. Cool. Oops. Yeah, just trying to show you guys up close. I'll show you this one, might as well. So this one, you can see all the dirt in that area. Yeah, this is pretty nasty as well. It's a Mac84 exclusive. Cool. Yeah, I mean, let's see if let me adjust the light on this because I can adjust it to. Yeah. So here is the worst of it. Let me see. Ow, that's very pointy. So here, look, you can actually see dirt. That's pretty disgusting. Excuse me. Yes, the rest of the board looks okay, but this section here is literal dirt on here. Yeah, so, but, excuse me. But, yeah, let's see how the other Classic 2 board looks. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I don't know if this is salvageable. Look at the pins by the CPU. Let's wait for it to focus there. Yeah, look at those pins by the CPU. I'm unsure if that's salvageable. What do you say, Jay? That's pretty yucky. Pretty yucky. I think this corner is the worst of it. Clean and a recap. All right, well, if you say so, I trust you. Now while we have the magnifying glass out, let's take a look at this board. It's very clean by comparison. There's still some dirt and grime on this one, but not nearly as bad. So yeah. Oh, as I blind myself with this light. Let's turn that off. Okay. Whew. Well, that was a fun adventure. Hold on, let me adjust this tripod again so we can get back to our regular viewing angle here. Okay, so we have 3 PRAM batteries here. This was from our classic that had a date of August 1990. Let's see. This Saft one has a date. Does it have a date on it? 04189, maybe 1989. No, I don't know, maybe. And this one has a date of August 04, but I don't know. I may have put one of these in here while I was testing something years ago. I honestly don't remember, but I should start a little collection of of dead PRAM batteries. Excuse me. All this dust is getting me to cough a lot. All right. So what I'm going to do is there goes the battery. They dropped something, but it was a dead battery, or maybe a dead battery. So yeah. Sorry, just reading the comments here. There's a bunch. Yeah, I think this board, like we saw that little green bit on here, but I think this should be okay. Obviously needs a recap, so I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know what? I've been putting it off for months and months and months. I'm going to order some caps either today or tomorrow, because I really need them. And you know, the ones I have currently, I'll show you. The ones I have currently are the through-hole capacitors, and I know these are not ideal. They're not as durable. These are just like literally what I had lying around. So this is what I was using. I actually have some 47 16 volt. I actually have some of those here. But then there's a 150. I don't think I have the one. Oh, I do. Huh. Okay, thank you, Jay. I have to find that PSU. I found the G5 one, but not the Xserve one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I do have these capacitors, these little through-hole capacitors. I know they're not ideal, but I do have them. But I don't know if it's recommended to just use these because I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna make it. And also, like, see, the problem with these is I have to like bend the feet, and then this is gonna stick up a little bit. And that here, let me show you what I'm talking about. This connector is pretty shallow. Well, it's pretty close to these caps, so I would have it like either lying down, or sorry, either lying down or standing up. I guess. I mean, shouldn't I clean this thing up first before I do anything to it? I mean, I have some isopropyl alcohol. I have some flux. I have a toothbrush. I don't know if I need anything else. But it's late. It's what time is it? It's 1 a.m. It's 1 a.m. I'll probably how about this? We will recap this, but I'll have to wait. I was up way too late last night editing the iMac video. I won't tell you when I went to sleep. Yeah. Plus, I don't want to rush taking these caps off or anything. I do want to take the hard drive out. I do want to image that hard drive. Who wants to watch me image the hard drive? Then we'll end the stream. How about that? That I could do relatively easily. We're in the same day as Bruce now. That we could do relatively easily. Famous last words, but Jay, you don't have to stick around if you're really tired. Imaging this drive might actually be more of a pain than I'm making it out to be. All right, if you insist. Because I want to be able to. Yeah, the SCSI cable is not long enough. And yeah, the drives. This is gonna be a pain because. Yeah, I don't think I want to. I want to push my luck here. It being the Friday the 13th at all, and it also being 1 a.m. here. I'll let you guys in the chat decide. You make the call. That way, it's your fault if something breaks. What to do, what to do, what to do. I don't want to do that, Bruce. That's just asking for trouble. That's just asking for trouble. I know it worked not too long ago, but with the I think you're just teasing me now. I think you're just giving me bad ideas. You just want me to to break things on the camera live on the stream, which I've done before. See, smart man here. It's not his equipment. He doesn't have to clean it up afterwards. Oh boy. Well, what I can do, let's move these boards over here. What I can do is image the hard drive. Yes, look at all the spare boards. I can image the hard drive with a Mac I have over here. So let's move this Mac. All right. So the Mac I'm going to use to image this hard drive. This Mac is not an Apple computer. No, it is not. It is a Macintosh clone. Yes, it is. Look at that beauty. This thing is a beast. I love this thing. Very versatile. I have the lid off because I'm always using it for something, because this thing is just a beast. Yeah, this thing, I love this thing. So I'm going to move this so it doesn't fall off here. So that's not going to go anywhere. All right. Excuse me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few things here. So I have an extra long power cable, SCSI cable here. So I'm going to plug that in directly. This board has a few SCSI slots, which is cool. So I'm actually going to plug this in right where the CD drive is, because I don't need to use the CD drive right now. And we're going to put that just like that. This way I don't have to unscrew the drive. Hope if I put the cable the right way. People tuning in now are thinking, what the heck is he doing? Unplug the Molex connector from here. Okay. Thought I had a Molex splitter. Oh, did I bring that upstairs? I think I brought that upstairs. Yep. I think I brought that upstairs. Let me. Oh wait, here's one. We're imaging the hard drive. And no one needs to sleep at 1 a.m. Both good answers. Good answer. Good answer. And since we're not powering the CD drive, we don't need a power cable there. Okay. Perfecto. Now, plug this VGA cable. Oh, all right. Is there one plugged into here? Yes. Whoops. Too many cables on this desk. All right. VGA in. Check. Power cord. Check. One of my favorite Apple keyboards. Check. The hard drive did work, so I have high hopes. All right, and let's set this to VGA. Yes, it is an Apple IIgs keyboard. I love it. All right. I think I feel the hard drive moving. Let's hope the hard drive shows up. Yep, there we go. Mac Classic hard drive. It's rebuilding the desktop file. The bar overshot the loading area. Let's get this a little closer here. Oh, it helps if I tighten the tripod. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna. Oh wow, I had the tech step stuff on here. Wow. All right, let me. Let's open up disk copy. Disk copy version 4.2. And oh no, wait, no, that's not gonna work. Disk copy 6 is what we need. I don't know if you can hear me over the fan. I'm sorry, it's very noisy. Image, create new image from disk. Mac Classic, read only, and we'll put it on our hard drive. And it's reading the disk. Let's get you guys a little closer so you can see. That was very quick. Hold on, I have a little tripod here. Let's put the camera a little closer here. Hold on. Sorry, I got to unscrew it. It's gonna be a little wobbly. Close your eyes if you get sick. put you on the little camera here. Little tripod. I can't even speak. And yes, there's a lot of wires. This desk is a mess. This is the desk I work on. So sorry, just close your eyes. I'll tell you when it's okay to look. That's not much better, is it? After all that, it's not much better, is it? Well, hold on. Let me I have an idea. Hold on. Close your eyes again. Close your eyes. Don't look at it. Oh, shoot. Come on. Lousy tripod. That's the best we're going to get it, I think. Because there we go. Okay. Sorry. All right, so let's I'm going to change the resolution so it's easier to see. There we go. All right, so let's see what's on this hard drive. Oh, wow, this is when I have my old YouTube channel. Yeah, I made it. This is the last time I booted up because it said, like, what game do you want to see? Oh, man. System folder. Is this files folder from the classic? Yeah. Now, if I imaged it, did that come over? I hope it did. If not, I'm going to just copy that over. Oh. Just to play it safe. Yeah, I had a Mac IRC for 68K Max, a Santi EtherTalk installer for a SCSI to Ethernet adapter. My tech step. Oh, I had a report here. Yeah, I ran the tech step on this Mac Classic years ago. 4 megabytes of memory, but it wasn't a Macintosh SE because the SE I have. Oh no, wait. Yeah, no, yeah, that must have been for the SE. What's this one for? No, but the SE I have, I don't think has 4 megabytes of memory. Oh, it doesn't want to run. All right. Okay. Well, at least got the hard drive copied. Let's see how big the drive was. I think it was like 80 megs. 6 megabytes on disk. Let's go. Let's open up hard drive toolkit. That'll tell us the size of it at least. Yeah, 40 megabytes. Wow. 40 megabytes. Yeah, I did put a Sonic card in this power center, but I did take it out. I put back the stock CPU, which is plenty fast. Wow, 40 megabytes. And the hard drive still works. Jeez. 31 megs available. Only 6 megabytes were on this disk. So if I go find the image, let's say backup December 2019. So the backup is 15 megs, although it says there's 6. Well, whatever. It's a little. Oh, because it's duplicated. It must be duplicated. Yeah, because that's 7. Something's not right here. Whatever. I think it's backed up. All right. So yeah, this Macintosh, if you go to About This Mac, you see a Power Computing logo. So it's not a, you know, it's running the System 7.6, which came on this machine. I had to install a new hard drive because the hard drive that came with it, unfortunately, was dead. But I did have a spare. I hope you guys can hear me. There's a lot of fan noise. I'm actually going to show you this beautiful machine because this is quite a machine. So this is the model, Power Computing Power Center Pro 180. Has 4 memory slots which are full. There's I think this is there's a cache slot and a ROM sim here and here, so I get them mixed up. It has 3 PCI card slots, so one I'm using now is this big SCSI card hanging out here. Ooh, you have a pair of Pro 210 mini towers. I might have to visit you, Dana. And here's the CPU card in the middle. You can see there's a SCSI port on the board right there, and that's where we plug the hard drive into. But this yellow cable is the ultra-wide SCSI that's plugged into the bottom. That's where the hard drive is, under this CD-ROM drive. And then we have our floppy drive in the middle. And as far as ports go, it has your standard, I'm going to flip you upside down, I'm sorry, but it has your standard array of ports, except the VGA port is a nice addition to make connecting your monitors easier. You have SCSI port, 2 serial ports, AAUI, and built-in Ethernet, 10BASE-T Ethernet, and you have ADB, sound in, and sound out. So yeah, so we have our little Mac Classic here with its hard drive plugged all the way into our lovely Macintosh clone here. So it's definitely helping us out here. So yeah, I think I have an image of that disc. I don't know if I have the original CD. Is yours an original CD or just a disc image? I'm curious. Oh wow. Would you mind? Are you on the Mac Yak Discord, or you just email me at mac84tv@gmail.com. That's mac84tv@gmail.com. If you could actually scan the label of that, I'd love to get a picture of it for my eventual Macintosh clones video. That'd be excellent if you could just scan in or take a nice flat photo. A scan would be nice, but a flat photo is good enough too. Just because I never saw one. I have the 7.1 disc. I'm sorry, 7.6 disc, but I do not have the 8 disc. So that would be pretty cool. And yeah, you should make an image of it. Definitely make an image of it. That'd be cool. Put it on Macintosh Garden. If you can't, I'll do it for you. But you should image it on an old Mac. I don't know if you have one available. Hopefully you do. But oh, sweet, awesome, cool. All right, well, I'm probably gonna end here, guys. You've been very patient, and it's very late. It's very, very late. And yeah, I'm gonna recap this Mac Classic. I'm looking at the analog board here. I really don't know what to look for, to be honest. So yeah, let me actually just shut this machine down because it's very loud. There we go. I can talk again. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's clearly bulging or anything, but maybe that's just me. But yeah, I'll take a better look at it. I'm sure something needs to be replaced here. It's a filter cap, or this green thing. Is that one of the ones that go up and smoke on like the Mac Plus and the Mac SE? The that little green cap guy there. I think that's one of the ones that can you spin the Classic around and take off the cover. Hold on. Let me put this back here. Let me get the clone out of the way first. Oh, the green one will be fine. Good. One less thing to mess it up. All right, let me just unplug this here. Just plug the CD-ROM back in this because I'll forget. And then I'll wonder, why can't I boot? Getting this SCSI connector in this port is easier said than done. See you later, Dana. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. I assure you I'm streaming at higher than 240p. Is this yeah, it's going the right way. This port is just a very tight fit in there. I'll get that later. I'm not going to mess with it. Put this back on the table it was on. Oh, sorry about that. I had to get that out of the way. Oops, I'm hitting the tripod. It's a mess down here. I mean, you can see it's a mess, but all right. I'm sorry, Bruce. What was your question about the classic we had here? You want me to spin it around? Oh, okay. I assume you wanted to get a closer look at something on the board here. The flat side of the analog board, the one where the label is. This side you're referring to, sir? Maybe. I mean, this one just has the label. Excuse me. How do I go? Oh, I see. They're like these little plastic. I don't know how I'm going to get this one off. Do these just come off? How do these little pegs come off here? They're like these little. Oh, I see. They just come out. Okay. I just had to pull on it a certain way. I just don't want to lose the lose them. Oop. As I said that, it fell to the ground. There's a little bin down here. It fell into the bin, but okay. I'll be more careful. Yeah, I don't think I have a tack remover, unfortunately. Now, how did this work last time? Oh, I see. It's in two pieces. Okay, not too bad. So enlighten me, Bruce. Is there a a revision or something we'll learn by taking off the side cover here. Actually, I could do this if that's appropriate enough. Mac Classic Analog Board, HCS 106C, 94 volts. Try and move the camera closer here. Ah. Oh, okay. I could see if they leaked. So, where is the speaker on this thing? Is that the speaker over here? See you, Jay. Thanks for sticking by. Sorry to keep you up late. Yeah, I see some like goo, like, well, not goo, but like dried glue or whatever. Okay, so over here, yeah, let me actually just take the tacks off because it'd be easier than holding this thing around. Oh. Okay. See you, Greg. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it looks. Let me take the camera off here just for a few minutes before we bail here. Yeah, it looks pretty. If the camera wants to focus here, I'm not seeing anything that's. I mean, I'm seeing like this brown, like I'm guessing that's like dried flux or solder glue or something, like right in the dead center of the camera here. I see some of that, but I think the rest of this, it looks pretty nice. I mean, what do I know? Ah, okay, flux residue. I'm having my own Mac reviewed by Bruce virtually. This is pretty cool. This is pretty neat. Cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll have to take a better look at this. I'll discharge the CRT and everything another day. Maybe when it's snowing inside or something and I'm trapped inside. That'll be a good project to do, I'm sure. I'm just looking for, there it is. Here's the little plastic guy that fell in there. If you get a chance to see my classic analog board recapping video, you'll see how bad they can be. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. I'll definitely take a look at that. I have some homework to do now. I'm going to order the heck out of some caps because that's what I definitely need, as you could tell. There's a lot of classic Macs in my collection here. So yeah, but I appreciate the time, Bruce. I know probably other better things you could be doing right now, but cool. So this will probably just stay on the desk for a bit and clutter some things up. And let's see, will this actually wiggle back into place? Yeah, there we go. Close enough. I'll definitely check out your video though. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was, me fumbling around, and my place is an absolute mess. I mean, I've been filming so many videos on this table, and I film here, facing here. Now all this stuff is shoved to the side, which you could tell, obviously. So yeah, it's been an interesting night. But let me put all these screws into the correct bin here. So we got that straight away. And then we have our little board here. Yeah, so I need to take a look at some reflow stations and such. If you have any links or anything, feel free to put them in Discord. I check that once in a while. Maybe I'll be able to see if there's anything useful for me. But wow, this thing is pretty cool to look at. Just up close here. Yeah, there's some dust in here, but I'm not seeing like any bulging caps or anything, which is good. There's just some dust, but other than that, I think it's in pretty good shape, to be honest. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm glad I opened it up though, because I did want to. The floppy drive could probably use a cleaning. The board definitely needs to be recapped. So I'm glad I got that battery out of there too. Although that was a lucky one. Now, do these need a PRAM battery to boot? I know some earlier Macs do. I don't think this one does. But I might actually do a mod where I lead the battery out through like space in the case, so I don't have to worry about the battery being inside of the machine. Okay, cool, sweet. All right, well, I guess I can just leave that as it is. Yeah, there's some dust in here, but nothing too bad. But I'm excited because this was my first compact Mac. I'm really struggling to remember where I got it from. I really can't recall. I'm trying to think really hard. I know where I got the 512K from. This I might have just picked up at a computer show somewhere. Someone would do like 600 fun fact, power computing. Oh, interesting. I didn't know about that. That's interesting that those need some PRAM batteries. That's always frustrating. Yeah, I have a battery pack of a few AA batteries, and that's how I was able to jumpstart my Macintosh too. But I ordered the because the batteries are of course soldered on the Macintosh too. So I ordered the PRAM battery holders. What I probably will actually do is just order AA battery holders, and just use those instead because they're much cheaper, and I want to mount it. So yeah. Oh, nice. Yep, you need a battery. That's awesome. That's a great find. Yeah, the power computing ones are cool. I have a UMax. It's a Apus 2000, but it's a C950 or something. It's a very small form factor one. It was one of the cheaper ones. That was my first Mac clone, and I got that years ago. And then I got the power computing one with the box and all the documentation and everything from a really nice guy. So I've been working. Yeah, the C500E. Yeah, I think it's that one. I've been working on a Macintosh clones video for well over a year and a half now. If you're on my Patreon, there's a good draft of it on there that's about a half hour long. But there's a lot of like clips and stuff I want to reshoot. The whole idea behind that is to have 3 videos. One's to talk about the history of Macintosh clones. 2 is to unbox my Macintosh clone and show you the other, so the power computing one, and the UMax one, and the third one's to do some comparison and speed tests. So that'll be fun. I keep getting sidetracked. If you need help, let me know. I got a bunch of clones here, everything from Radius to a Daystar. Oh, sweet. Are you located anywhere close to New Jersey? Because that's awesome. Ah, no. I know the feeling, Bruce. That's terrible. Well, you can live on through others via YouTube, which is nice. So we'll continue on for a few more minutes if anybody has any questions. Still got 5 people hanging on here. Oh, California. Always the wrong coast. But yeah, that's really cool though. I never really see the clones in the wild. there was a clone I saw on Craigslist. The guy wanted like $400 for it. It was a it was a power computing tower. He had the monitor and the keyboard and the mouse. And I toyed with the idea of like trying to lowball him, but like not lowball, but offer him a few $100s for it, maybe 150 or 200. But he was also a very long drive away, a few hours, and so like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do that. And then I ended up driving like an hour and a half to get the power computing one I have now, but that was boxed, so that that was, I was like, okay, this if I'm going to get any power computer, if I'm going to get any Mac clone, finding one in a box, that's insane. So this was pretty cool. And it wasn't too bad. It was, I think I paid $150 for it. Maybe it was a little under that. And the hard drive ended up not working, but he shipped me two things. He shipped me a 6 gigabyte IDE drive for an iMac that was brand new. And then he shipped me a zip drive. The zip drive didn't work, but the IDE hard drive is still sealed, so I could always use that. Wow. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. So for those of you just tuning in, we're wrapping this up here, but I was able to successfully open the Macintosh Classic from the help from a lot of our friends here. And it will be needing some recapping done on its logic board, and we'll be doing that in another future video here. I have to order some capacitors. I'll try and remember to do that in the morning. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of the caps here, or I could just go to Bruce's website, but so I don't forget. Because it would be nice to get this to work again. And I want to max out the memory on this too. Or at least get, maybe some of these Classic 2 boards working, because I'll put the Classic 2. Now, I do have the shells for the other one. They're in the garage, so they might work. I think the screens were on all the time, so they may have some burn-in. This screen does not, which is nice, but I know one of those Macs has at least burn-in at the top bar of the screen, which is pretty sad, but it was used in a museum and it was on literally all the time. So, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, I think in the garage there are 2 Macintosh Classic 2s, and then there's one. No, I'm sorry, 2 Classic 2s and then 2 regular Classics. There are 3 boards here. I have another board somewhere because I took out all the boards, so there has to be another board hiding around somewhere. But when I got them, they were already unscrewed, so they came out very easily. I didn't have to do the Mac cracker or anything, and I just took out the boards because I thought I was going to trash it. I thought I was going to sorry, I'm cutting off here. I thought I was going to dump them or something. Somebody might have wanted the case or whatever, but I ended up just taking the boards out. So yeah, that's about it. Oh boy, it's later than I expected. But anybody have any questions or anything before I sign off? Any questions about my collection? Or not that I'm bragging or anything. You've been nice enough to hang out. If you got any questions, I'll answer them briefly. But if not, I do appreciate you hanging out with me, because it's very boring to do this stuff on my own. And you guys give me somebody to talk to, which is nice. But is it Comp Geek or Comp Geek, or I don't know how I'm mispronouncing your name, but that's really cool that you found those. PowerBooks, yeah, those are easier to find and have shipped to you. They're much smaller. Yeah, the desktops really are a bit of a struggle to have shipped and everything. But yeah, I think the Classic is one of my favorite designs. It's very compact. I have a Color Classic 2. I'm sorry, a Color Classic, and it's a Mystic upgrade. Okay, Comp Geek. Okay, and I don't think it's broken, but it needs recapping. Maybe the analog board needs it too. Not entirely sure. I haven't turned them on in a while, but I'll order some caps and we'll go from there. I am working on that iMac video that should be out hopefully soon. Hopefully soon for my Patreon supporters, and then I'll release it to the public. And I'm really excited because I've been working on that thing for a while. And I look over some cool accessories. You could see the iMac sitting over there. So that's the one I preview. And yeah, so apologies again for the messy desk and everything, but I guess that's about it. If you have any thoughts of Macs you'd like to see in a future live stream, let me know. I have plenty to choose from. We'll probably recap this live, assuming I could do that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So, oh wait, I'm sorry, there was one thing I wanted to mention. After the iMac video, I'm probably taking a bit of a little break. I'm going to be off for a few days from work, but I need to clean up this place. This place is an absolute pigsty, and so I'll be doing that a lot. And so I may do some live streams, but my structured videos, I may take a few days off or a few weeks off from that, because this iMac one has been killing me. So it's just I've been like trying to get out. I have not been able to do so. So that's what I've been struggling with so far. And I will be returning to scan in some of these documents here. The binder I showed off earlier, which is in my lap now, I'm just trying to put it back together. These are already scanned and on the Internet Archive. I didn't scan them, but somebody else had the same set, and they did. And this is the Apple Service Technical Procedures for the Macintosh family. There's a few volumes of this, and this one's already scanned, so I don't have to scan this one. But they're pretty cool. They're just full of Apple technical notes of how to take these machines apart. I think the whole series I have ended around 1993 or 1992 or so. But it's interesting because it has all the parts listed in here, and it's basically like the service manuals, but in a bit of a different format. And I think this page is falling out, unfortunately. But that's okay. We could paste it back in here. Oh, did the plastic break? A little plastic on this. There's like a paper holder thing. The plastic broke, but that's all right. It's not just a thing that holds pages. Nothing to go. But there's like 10 volumes of these. If you go to archive.org, that's the Internet Archive. Great website, by the way. If you go there and search for Apple Service Technical Procedures, you'll find a bunch of them that are already uploaded there. I would highly recommend checking these out. They're just fun to look at because they list parts. They show a lot of diagrams and pictures. They tell you how to take things apart. Tell you how to replace batteries. Whoops, that piece of plastic keeps wanting to fall out. I'm probably boring you guys, but I just thought this was interesting. So, yeah. SCSI loop back jumper procedure. Okay, that's getting complicated here. But anyway, yeah, these are pretty cool. So if you have some time to spare, I would highly suggest taking a look at that. So let me just close this book, and then we're going to end the stream. But I appreciate everybody hanging out. And I'll stream again, hopefully sometime in the near future. I'm going to get that iMac video out first. That'll be my top priority. And sorry, this is not closing here. There we go. And yeah, that's about it. You want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter? My handle is Mac84TV. I'd appreciate you if you did that. It's always nice to see people following me. I post a lot of in-between pictures from my videos and live streams and stuff like that. So you'll probably see a picture of this classic or the classic board or something in that. But yeah, that's about it, guys. So I really appreciate you hanging around. Been doing this for 2 hours. I should be in bed. You should be in bed. We should all be in bed. We should go to sleep. Sleep tight. Have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys around. Take care. Thanks for stopping by as I try and find the mouse to click the end stream button without electrocuting myself.